Hello friends, welcome to our new video. If you guys are new to our channel or if you did not subscribe our channel yet, then please go and subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon as well so that you can get the notifications of our new videos. Okay, so let's see the today's problem. Okay, so the today's problem is fantasy. Okay, so let's try to solve this problem. Okay, here we have given a problem statement. The problem statement is the Bob has a fantasy for integer 200. Okay, and he has an integer n and wants you to do the given operation k times and print the result. Okay, so here we have given the two operations that we need to do. The operations are add 200 to the end of it. Okay, and if n is not divisible by 200, and second operation is otherwise divided by 200. Okay, for example, here we have given an example. 6 would becomes 6200 and 434 would becomes 4,34,200. Okay, so in this problem here we have given in input we have given two integers, that is n and k. Okay, and here some constants are given and we have to print the answer. Okay, by using these two conditions or operations. Okay, okay, so to solve this problem, what we can do, we have to uh, do these two operations. Okay, to solve this problem. In the first operation, if n is not divisible by 400, then we have to add 200 to the end of it. Okay, and otherwise we have to divide it by 200. Okay, below you can see that here we have given some sample inputs and output. Okay, here 2021 is an n and this is k, that is two numbers given in input and we have to print. Okay, so uh, here we have given some explanation for this. Okay, so here you can see that n is 2021. Okay, and n becoming 2021 becomes this number. Okay, so and the final output should be this. Okay, so to solve this problem, let's see and let's understand the logic behind this problem. Okay, so first we have to uh, take the input. Okay, so first we'll take the input, that is two numbers n and k. Okay, after that what we can do, we have to perform the two operations which is given in our problem statement. Okay, so here you can see that in problem statement, okay, we have to perform these two operations. Okay, so here we have to perform these two operations. Okay, so how we can perform these two operations? For that, what we can do, first we'll take one for loop. Okay, we'll take one for loop, and inside this for loop we have to check these two conditions. Okay, so we inside this we'll write if condition, and in if condition in this if condition, we'll check that is the number which we have given, that is n is n modulus 200 equals to 0. Okay, so we have to check that if n modulus 200 equals to 0, if this is true, then what we can do, simply we will divide the number by 200. Okay, that is number is n. Okay, so we can simply divide this number by 200. Okay, and in else condition, what we can do, we have to add this n with 200. Okay, and at the end, simply we'll directly print the number n. Okay, so we'll get the output for this problem. Okay, so we have to uh, we are going to use this approach to solve this problem. Okay, so let's try and let's go to problem statement and let's try to code this problem. Okay, so first what I can do, I'll use the buffered reader to take the input from the user. So I will write buffered reader br equals to new buffered reader, then new input stream reader, and inside this we'll write system.in. Okay, so I'll write buffered reader. After that, what I can do to take the input, I'll write string, then str equals to br dot readline dot split and inside this I'll pass empty. Okay, now I have to take the two numbers input. Here you can see that in input we have to take the two numbers as an input. Okay, so here I will write so we'll take the two long numbers, so we'll write long n equals to long dot parseInt. Sorry, this is long, so we have to write long dot parse long, not parseInt. Okay, so long dot parse long, and inside this we'll write str of 0. Okay, that is for first number. So we'll take the second number. So second number is k, long k equals to long dot parse long, and inside this we'll pass str of 1. Okay, so we have taken the two numbers as an input. Okay, now we'll write one for loop. Okay, so inside this we'll write integer I equals to 0, then I is less than we have to um, uh, run this operation up to k times. So we have to run this loop up to k. Okay, so we'll write I is less than k and I plus plus. Okay, so inside this for loop, we'll check the condition. Okay, so I'll write if n modulus 200 equals to 0. Okay, if this is true, then inside this we'll simply divide the number by 200. Okay, so simply we'll write n divide equals to 200 L, that is long. We have written L at the end of number because we have to divide L is written for long. Okay, now in else we have to add this number, okay, with 200. So inside this we'll write n uh, equals to we'll write n into 100 L. Okay, and we have to add this with 200 long number. Okay, so we have to write this. Okay, after that what we can do, we have checked this both two conditions. Now simply we have to print the number. Okay, so for that I will write system.out.println, and inside this I'll print n. Okay, okay, so now let's try to run this code. Okay, so before running, here I will write throws IO exception. Okay, because we have used buffered reader class, so whenever we use buffered reader class, we have to use throws input output exception in main class. Okay, if we don't use this, it throws an exception. That is why we have to use this. Okay, so now let's copy the input and let's give it the input. Okay, so paste the input and let's try to run, and let's see the output for this. Okay, the required output should be 50531 50,531. Okay, it's through something error. Okay, we have missed semicolon. Okay, here we have missed semicolon. Okay, now let's try to run and let's see whether it shows correct output or not. Okay, output. Okay, you can see that output is 50531, which is correct. Okay, now let's try for the second sample input. So let's copy this input and let's paste it here. Paste. Let's click on run and let's see whether required output should be 1. Okay, Okay, you can see that the output is 1. Okay, now let's try for the third sample input. So let's copy this and let's paste it here. Now let's click on run and let's see the required output should be this. Okay, you can see that output is correct, 848754888281, which is correct. Okay, now let's try to submit this code and let's see whether all the test cases will pass or not. Okay, so let's click on submit. Okay, now the test cases are running. Okay, so here you can see that our test cases are running now. Let's see all the test cases will pass or not. Okay, here you can see that all the test cases has been passed. Okay, so that's it in this video. अगर आपको वीडियो पसंद आया हो तो वीडियो को लाइक कीजिए और चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए. ओके, सो मिलते हैं अगले वीडियो में.